All right, so have you bought Kuryakyn parts? Have you been frustrated, disappointed, or let down? You may be entitled to absolutely nothing because this garbage stuff anyway. I've bought it, my brothers bought their stuff, you know, I know other people who have, and I've been nothing but utterly disappointed in it. So today, we're tackling my brother's bike, that 98 Softail Custom we did the pipes on a while back. He did put a Kuryakyn halo light in there because it was way better than the stalker that he still had. So, I mean, anything's better than that. However, after a stretch, the halo worked, but they dropped the support on the app, right? Yeah. So it was all app controlled. App went defunct, much like Kuryakyn. And so he couldn't use the halo anymore. So, not that he really used the halo a whole lot to begin with, but he had another problem with the light, I don't remember. And
it was melting my batteries.
Oh, yeah. It was melting his battery, where the post goes to the plastic, so something tain't right. So, we're ditching it. I reached out to my buddies over at Eagle Lights, because, you know, they got good stuff. And they hooked it up. So I'll take you over to the workbench. I'm going to show you what we brought in. And then we're going to pop out his old light, do a side-by-side comparison, pop the new one in, and you know, we'll do a before and after. So I'll get a photo of the before and a photo of the after, and then the side-by-side. So sit tight. So there's the before on low. Go ahead and give us some high beam. Okay, apparently we have no high beam. All right, good job, Kuryakyn. So, there it is. So, okay, let's go back to low. All right, so there's your before. Excuse the workbench. I've got carburetor parts over here for the boat. We've been working on his tail light, and you know, we're working on making a custom chopper, although that isn't gonna work. So, here's the new headlight. I'll show you and there's the part number on it. Packaged up real nice, but as always, I mean, it's a solid headlight, should be plug and play, nice cast aluminum heat sink on the back, hefty. And we did not do the halo this time because, again, they're neat, but you know, you never really see them, and they get drowned out by the light itself, so nobody else really gets to see it either. So
Also grown up.
Grown up?
Yeah.
But he says also grown up. So let's head over to the bike and whoop, go around him. So up under there where he's reaching, it's just a Phillips head screw to loosen up the bezel, and the bezel will pop off. And then behind that should be 3 more screws, likely Phillips, and then that'll drop out. We'll unplug. So should be pretty simple, much like any other headlight install. It's on there good.
Stubborn.
Yeah. So, sit tight. All right, so 98s are different. That bezel is also what holds it on. There are no screws underneath. It's just this this bead in the bucket. So,
got a keeper ring, a weather ring.
Oh yeah. And then we have our plug here. And whoop, there we go. You can't see. So plug here, and then here's the extra wire that runs to the battery for the halo. So we're gonna get that out of here. We'll unplug this. We'll take it over to the workbench. All right. Since we're throwing it away, we just cut the wire and pulled it out from under the tank. So there's your side by side. This is the halo wing halo ring that went TU on us. Had the black background there. We got the chrome one here. 3 eyeballs compared to 5. So the backside is metal, but this is just way more substantial. So this is going to do a better job at dissipating heat than that did, especially since you got that one sitting that tall and that one sitting that tall. So bigger heat sinks, more efficient cooling. Even though it is in a metal bucket, you know, every little bit helps. So comparing the front of it, it doesn't sound any different, or at least much different, but trust me, this polycarbonate, it definitely feels way more better than this. So to be honest with you, the Kuryakyn stuff, it's really about that good. So
I bet that felt good.
it's gonna, probably would have felt better if you'd done it. So now for the reassembly, it's wash, rinse, and repeat, but backwards. So we'll just simply plug it in, beauty ring, weather gasket, wherever that went. Okay, it's in the bezel, and then we'll pop it in there. So it's one plug, beauty ring, and a Phillips screw. So I'm not gonna just let it roll. So we'll check back with you. All right, so it's in, and I will tell you, these slightly older bikes are a lot more fiddly when it comes to putting a headlight in than even it was on the Springer, and that one's only 2 years newer. So, but it looks way more better. You do have to kind of sit back and make sure you clock it, you know, vertically, because you don't have the tabs like slightly newer bikes do, but yeah, it's definitely cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill the lights, and we're gonna show you the after here. So go ahead. So there's our low, nice, crisp, solid beam, and let's give them some high beam and a nice center hot spot up top. So we will probably pull the tape so we make sure our alignment is where it needs to be, but that's way more better. Yep, and then low beam again. So, oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's subtle, but it is a noticeable. That seems weird. It's subtle but noticeable. Yeah, it's a subtle difference, but you know, the nice clean line. It's not so spread out, you know, a broad spectrum. So, all right, let me get the lights back on. All right, so doing that whole thing, it took longer to get the bezel off and back on, but it was 5-7 minutes. It's really, really easy. You know, almost a little fiddly because the headlight itself is deeper, which means it goes further into the bucket, which means you need to make sure that plug, you know, is, you know, centered and going back. Otherwise, you're gonna fight for room a little. But it was piece of cake, like I said, 5-7 minutes. So huge thank you to Eagle Lights for sending this out. It is a massive improvement in quality and a big improvement in the light beam, light spectrum. So yes, light dispersion, if we're going to use their $5 words today. But again, thank you, Eagle Lights. It, you know, means the world that you guys were willing to reach out and help us to, in my opinion, make the bike safer for him and for those around him, because a quality headlight is important, and this is a DOT light, meaning it's going to cast the light where it needs to be, unlike some aftermarkets, which honestly, that Kuryakyn's probably the same. I didn't bother to look, but some other big name lights out there aren't DOT, so they just blast all of the light out everywhere with nothing focused. So get yourself a DOT light, whatever brand, because you're going to see what you need to see when and where you need to see it. So questions, comments, concerns, you know, do let me know. I know it was a short video, but you know, I thought it would be beneficial for everybody to get a chance to see a side-by-side of the crappy Kuryakyn light versus a quality Eagle Lights. And if you're ever thinking about finding, or if you come across, let's say, some Kuryakyn stuff, keep going. Don't waste your money. So I did, he did, I've got some other friends that did, because it seemed like a good deal. It's not in the long run. So anyway, we'll catch you later. I gotta start packing the Street Glide for Sturgis. I take off on the 7th. So I got a couple of things I gotta button up. You might get another video out of me before I take off. You might even get a couple while I'm there. We'll see. Depends on how froggy I'm feeling. But other than that, we'll catch y'all later. See ya.